Good morning all. Today we will discuss about the topic interrupts in 8051. Before going to the interrupts of 8051, we will see what is an interrupt. Okay, interrupt means that is an external event or internal event that interrupt the microcontroller. Okay, to inform the microcontroller that a peripheral device needs the service of the microcontroller. Okay, so in between the program execution, suppose microcontroller is executing some program. Okay, in between that, a peripheral device needs the service of that microcontroller. It will gives an interruption. Okay, so each interrupt has a program associated with it that is known as interrupt service routine. It is known as ISR. Okay, so once the microcontroller give access to the peripheral device, it will execute the ISR. Okay, after executing the interrupt service, then the microcontroller execute the main program. This is how interrupts are working. So, these are the steps involved in the processes while it is an interrupt. So first, while an interrupt is occurred, the microcontroller is doing some main program. It will stop the program by after the execution of the current instruction. Okay, so first step is it will execute the current instruction. Okay, once the execution over, okay, the PSW, that is program status word, the content in the PSW is pushed onto the stack. Okay, after that, PC data, that is PC contains the address of the next instruction of the main program, right? So that PC content also should be pushed to the stack. Okay, once these two steps are over, that is the data, PSW data is pushed to stack and the PC address, the address in the program counter is pushed to stack, the interrupt flag is reset. Okay, once it requests the main program or microcontroller for its service, for the interrupt flag will be set. Okay. Once the microcontroller do all these things, that is step 2 and step 3, that is PSW data should be pushed to stack and the PC content is pushed to stack. The flag is resetted. That is the fourth step. Okay. Then after that, the next step will be the ISR. If there will be interrupt service routine, there is a program is there. Okay, that program is stored in some address. Okay, that address is loaded to PC, that is program. Okay, once the program address is loaded in the PC, the microcontroller start executing that ISR. Okay, at the end of the ISR, there will always an instruction known as RETI, that is known as return interrupt. Once this RETI instruction is there in the program, it will return to the main program. Okay, so once RETI instruction is there, what happens? Previously we pushed it to the stack. Okay, so after that we are taking the content from the stack, that is pop the current stack to the PC. First will to the PC we are popping, then popping the current stack top to the PSW. So PSW data and PC data should be retrained from the stack. Okay, this is how an interrupt is processed. Now we have to see what are the classifications of interrupts. Okay, basically three types of classification: external and internal interrupt, maskable and non-maskable, and vectored and non-vectored interrupts. Okay, first we'll see what is an external and internal interrupt. External interrupt means there will be external pins on the microcontroller. Okay, to that pin we are giving the peripheral devices is attached. Okay, so external interrupt are those initiated by the peripheral device through the external pin of the microcontroller. Okay, then internal interrupts. Some internal peripherals are there in the microcontroller. If that peripherals are activated, okay, like timers, serial controller. These are through internal interrupts. Okay, second classification, maskable and non-maskable interrupt. Maskable interrupt means we can disable the interrupt using the program. Okay, that is a microcontroller can able to disable, or microprocessor can able to disable the interrupt using the program. That is known as maskable. Non-maskable means it cannot be disabled at any cost. Okay, any programmer cannot be disabled that interrupts. Such interrupts are known as non-maskable interrupts. Next classification, vectored and non-vectored. Okay, so vector interrupts means they have an address. So if the starting out of ISR has a starting address, that is known as interrupt vector. Okay, if the interrupts having an address there, that is known as vectored interrupts, and without address, that is external interrupts, that are known as non-vectored interrupts. Okay, now we have to come to 8051 interrupts. Basically, there are 5 types. Okay, 5 interrupts are there for 8051, 2 external interrupts and 3 internal interrupts. Okay, so external interrupts are EX1 or EX2 hardware interrupts, that is external hardware interrupts, that is through the pin P3.2 and P3.3. P3 indicates the port 3 of 8051. Port 3 second pin and port 3 third pin are used for external interrupts. Okay, then 3 internal interrupts, that is 2 timer interrupts and 1 serial controller interrupt. Okay, timer interrupts, one for timer 0 and the other for timer 1. And the serial communication has an interrupt that is known as serial interrupt. Okay, these are the 5 interrupts in 8051. Okay, they are having address, they are vectored interrupts. So they have address in the microcontroller. Okay, external interrupt 0, that is one external interrupt that is having the address 3H. Okay, then external interrupt 1 has the address 13H. Timer 0 interrupt, that is timer interrupt for the timer 0. Okay, that is the address BH, and timer 1 has the 1BH. Okay, serial interrupt, that is 2. Okay, these are the vector address of 8051 interrupts. Okay, so they have the priority, highest priority. If what is means by priority, what is the need of priority there? If more than one interrupts are came for the service of the microcontroller at the same time, okay, either any of the interrupt can be serviced at one time. Okay, so that is selected using the priority of the interrupts. Okay, external interrupt 0, that is EX0 has the highest priority. Then timer 0 interrupt, EX1, timer 1 interrupt, serial. So serial interrupt has the least priority. Okay, now comes to the registers. What are the registers related to the interrupts? There are 2 registers, that is IE register and IP register. IE register, that is interrupt enable register. Okay, IP register is interrupt priority register. Okay. IE register, for if interrupts are there, first you have to enable the interrupt register, then only the interrupts are serviced. Okay, so that is an 8-bit register. Okay, so it is having, each interrupt is having 1 bit for enabling that, and this 8th bit is EA, that is enable or disable all the interrupts. Okay, so I'm telling from the high order to low order. So 8th bit is for EA, that indicates that enable or disable all interrupts. That should be 1. If the interrupt is serviced, for an interrupt to be serviced, that should be 1 always. Okay, once the microcontroller takes the ISR, then it will be resetted through the program. The EA will be 0. Okay, then 7th bit and 6th bit we are not using now. Then 5th bit is for serial interrupt, serial port. If a serial interrupt is there, you have to set the value as 1. Okay, then next 2 bit is for timer 1 interrupt and external interrupt 1. It should be enabled or set while it will be serviced, need to be serviced. Next one, that is ET0, that is for timer 0 overflow interrupt, and EX0, that is external interrupt 0. Okay, this is all about IE register. So IE register is an 8-bit register. This IE register is for enabling the interrupts. Once it is enabled, only the interrupts will be serviced. Okay, so any of the 5 interrupts are there, any of the interrupts to be serviced, the 8th bit, that is we are indicating by IE.7. Okay, that interrupt should be high. Okay, the remaining, which is the interrupt is there, it is either it can be serial interrupt or external interrupt or timer interrupt, which is the interrupt there, that should be also. So that is from 0 to 4. Okay, 5 and 6 we are not using it. Okay, coming to the next interrupt, that is, next register, that is interrupt priority register. Okay, this is also an 8-bit register. So that is, we are giving priority. I already said what is what you understand by priority. If more than one interrupts need to be serviced at the same time, based on the priority of the interrupts, it will be serviced. So highest priority is the external interrupt 0, and the least priority is serial interrupt. So that priority can be mentioned through this register. Okay, it is also an 8-bit, that is IP.0 to IP. Why it is coming .0, .1 like that? It is a bit addressable register. Even IE register also a bit addressable register. Okay, so IP0 is priority for external interrupt 0. IP1 is priority for timer 0. Okay, IP2 is priority for external 1 interrupt. IP3 is timer 1 interrupt. IP4.4 is for priority for serial interrupt. Okay, then IP.5 is priority for timer 2 interrupt. Timer 2 interrupt, we are not using 8051. It is the higher version, it is 8052. We are using timer 2 interrupt. And 6 and 7, we are not using. It is undefined control. So, along with what we have studied today is interrupts in 8051. So we have 5 interrupts. 2 are external and 3 are internal interrupts. Okay, and its address, which is the ISR vector address. What is the vector address of each interrupt we go through? And after that, what are the registers associated used in the interrupt service? That is 2 registers, IP register and IE register.